Guys, it's your girl, one of a kind. You got to know if I'm doing back-to-back videos. God is on one. Oh my gosh. Y'all, what is the title of this video? Almost doesn't count. I repeat, almost doesn't count. What am I saying? God began to show me why the completion of the preparation process is necessary, is crucial, is vital. I repeat, completion of the preparation process is so necessary. The lack of the completion of the preparation process, y'all, it doesn't count. Let's see, how can I say this? Would you go for a medical procedure or medical surgery with someone who almost finished medical school? Let me do one better. Would you let someone who hasn't finished dental school work on your teeth without them doctor credentials in front of the name? Would you let someone who almost finished law school handle your major lawsuit? Would you eat cake or food that was half cooked? What would you do if the restaurant brought that food out and it was like, I almost let it finish. I almost let it stay in the oven on the grill for the necessary time that it needed to be complete. I've talked about this before. A baby, the longer they stay in the womb, the better. The 9 months, 40 weeks, whatever it is, 40, 42 weeks, the longer they're able to stay in their mother's womb during the developmental process, the better. We know that when babies are born prematurely, they have to spend extensive time in the NICU to allow that baby's organs and major body parts to be fully developed, their lungs and their organs. Let's think about this. Would you want people right now on your front lines that almost finished boot camp? I almost finished boot camp. I almost finished training. I almost became a soldier. I almost finished dental school. I almost became a dentist. I almost finished medical school. I was almost a doctor. But if you give me this scalpel, I'm going to perform this surgery. Most jobs, y'all, have a probationary period, right? 90-day completion period before full-time benefits kick in. You almost finished the race, right? If you almost finished the race, but you didn't, you get no credit. If you almost passed the test, but you didn't, it's likely you're going to have to take it over. If you fail medical school, it's likely that you're not going to become a doctor. If you fail the bar, it's likely that you're not going to become a lawyer. If you fail dental school, it's likely you're not going to become a dentist, and none of us are going to trust you for surgery, working on our teeth, or to process a lawsuit if you did not finish. So what is God showing me, one of a kind, in this message today? The word says that victory belongs to those who endure to the end. Victory belongs to those who finish the race. So when the tests and trials come that God allows, God wants to know, why do we expect the reward? Why do we want the promise without the process? God wants to know, why are we expecting full-time benefits, but we only want to give us God some of the time, part-time? There's a process, right? Because it says you have to die to self daily. You have to be willing to die so that Christ can live in you. The moral of the story is simple, y'all. Preparation is necessary. And it's a process. And you can't bail out on the process. Nobody's going to allow you to work. God is not going to give you the reward with your lip service, with your acts, but your heart is far from him. Oh my gosh, y'all. What am I saying, y'all? Almost just doesn't count. I'm out.